Hey guys, so yeah, I'm off today and I wanted to come on here and just kind of vlog about a few things that are on my mind. Currently, right now, my computer surprisingly and unexpectedly decided to do a Windows update. Now, I don't know if maybe that's because I basically paused, for a month or so and it's catching up with itself, or it's one of those situations to where you get not one but two updates in a month, so that way things will work out fine. Hold on for a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just checking. Yeah, I just updated it. I did the update and shutdown portion to where it updates, restarts, finishes the update and then shuts down. But anyway, like I said, I don't know what it was. If it was just catching up with itself, or maybe it's like I said, one of those feature updates. But I prayed, gave it to God, and hopefully, if not, well, not hopefully, but it will, with the grace of God, work properly when I restart it. Because there are times when I start it back up, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this, where it'll take time to load. Where it basically it's like when you sign in, all of a sudden it'll take a while, and you're thinking, okay, why is it saying just because sometimes it'll come up with the just a moment blue screen. You're thinking, okay, what's taking long? And sometimes, even though it might take a bit, it'll jump right to, it'll go, to the main screen you want, to your main area, your screensaver and all that, with all your apps and shortcuts. But then sometimes it'll pop up with saying, there's a connection issue and you have to restart. You have to basically, reboot your computer, and then finally it works properly. So again, I don't know what the update was. I don't know if it's a featured one or what, but sometimes when you get an update, two updates, I should say, twice in a month, usually one of them is a feature. It's like something's new about it, but we just don't know what it is. Now, with that said, though, I do want to come on here and talk about something else in this vlog that I'm sure a lot of us have dealt with. You see, a lot of us, in some shape or form, still have, and I'm assuming a majority of us still have cable. I know a lot of us are trading in cable, pulling cutting the cord, if you will, and going more streaming. I understand that. But, for a majority of us, we still have cable because, hey, you still get more options, and cable is, right now as we speak, integrating more so than it has in the beginning, streaming options as well along with it. But what really, irks me a little bit is it seems that the cable companies, no matter who they are, just like to wait until you guys are, or until, not you guys, but all of us are either away from our home or, we're basically asleep. And the reason I say that is because that's when they decide to either do their daily updates at night, or they decide, okay, we're going to suspend their service. And that's exactly what happened last night. Now, I will admit, I should have scheduled an appointment, well, not an appointment, but I should have scheduled a day to pay and everything, because by doing so, at least they give you until like the beginning of the following month. That way your service doesn't get disconnected. But with our cable bill, it's usually due by the 26th. Today's the 25th, and someone, I guess, on their side of things decided to, suspend us, kind of pull the plug on us temporarily. Because what happened is my mom is, my mom's resting, on the couch before she gets ready to go to bed, so she's asleep. She wakes up and she notices there's a message on there stating that there's a connection issue. And I go to check on my end, basically with my cable box, and I get basically the same message. And then we're getting told you need a subscription. And my mom's a little confused by this. Like, well, what are they talking about? And it starts to dawn on me, I think I know what's going on, because then I notice the internet on my computer is not working, or on my phone here is not working. And also basically, the light on the modem, that lets you know whether or not it's working or it's not working, or it's, being maintenance on or whatever. I noticed that, it's blinking. It's blinking on and off. But, there's no connection. Nothing's happening. So basically putting all of that together, I come to realize, as because I went and checked on the phone, with the my account app for our cable company that we work with, or we get service from. I noticed that it says you've been suspended. The moment I pop on it, it says you've been suspended. So, long story short, me and my mom, right before we hit the sack, go to bed, we end up having to pay. We have to end up paying the cable. And to me, paying, at least the past due amount's not a big issue. It's not a big issue whatsoever. The issue that gets me is, why couldn't they? I mean, I understand they give us notifications and stuff, but, we're working a lot. At times we got other things on our minds that we don't really know, not know, but we don't really have an opportunity to check, any of these notifications. What cable companies like, the one we have need to do, in my opinion, is they need to work, they need to improve and work better on letting folks know, hey, such and such date's coming up for your bill to be paid. If you don't want to lose your service, please pay it. Or at least please pay the past due. And I look at the fact that one of the ways they could do that is to put a message, on the television. Like, basically, have a message flash when you're watching a program in the upper right-hand corner or so, saying, bill coming up, or bill, your cable bill is coming up, need to be paid, or you'll lose service. They need to do something like that. So that way, if it's flashing, like, let's say, here in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, or the left-hand corner, depending on how you watch this, of your screen, at least it'll get people's attention to be like, oh, shoot, we need to pay our cable. And that way they can get on their app, get on the computer, get on the phone, and get it done with. It'll get their attention. But they don't do that. And I think that's something that would really help out, a relationship between, between the company and its consumers, in my opinion. But yeah, last night it was, one of those situations to where it just threw us both off, because, like I said, my mom was resting. She was sleeping on the couch before she ended up getting up and getting ready for bed. And that's when she noticed the situation. And me, I was just, relaxing myself. I mean, I didn't get that much sleep, so I was resting, doing what I could to, get relaxed, to go to bed. And then I hear about this, and I'm like, okay, got to take care of it. After figuring out, okay, what could it be? And then it dawned on me when I saw the date, oh, I think I know what it is. And this isn't the first time our cable company has done this. It's not. Because again, usually the bill is due on the 26th of each month. And, they normally give you up until that time. And yes, they also give you the opportunity, like I should have done, but I had other stuff on my mind going, at the time. They give you an opportunity to schedule payments or schedule a payment date, right? And, when you don't do that, it's like they don't even give you an extra day. I mean, I could understand if they decided right at midnight on the 26th, which is tomorrow, to do it. They didn't wait. They did it now. It's like, why would you do that and, not let us know, hey, instead of on the 26th, we're going to do this on the 25th if you don't pay. to me, again, it's not the first time they've done it, and it probably won't be the last, but they need to really, really work things out, on their end, when it comes to servicing the consumers, the customers, because, in the end, it's not going to look really good for them whatsoever, and that's a fact. That is a fact, but yeah, it's just one of those situations to I'm like, seriously, seriously, why didn't you just, let us know in advance? I mean, yeah, okay, look, I know you're thinking right now, well, they do let you know in advance if you have the app, right? And they call you, email. Yeah, I know that. I understand that. But it's like, why couldn't they just say, hey, on this specific date, we're going to probably cut you off if you don't pay? They didn't do that. They didn't really do that. The only date that they ever give when it's, comes to that is the date it's supposed to be paid, which is the 26th of each month. So yeah, that was something that I didn't think we'd experience or anything. And, yeah, we ended up having to pay the bill before, we went to bed. But yeah, everything got restored. Everything's fine now. The only thing, like I said, right now going on is my computer did another update, like I mentioned, and I don't know if it's a feature update or one that's just allowing it to catch up with itself, or it's an update for the new year. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments section below. But yeah, it's been really interesting. I will say that. And as far as work goes, work's been all right. I mean, the past 2 days that I've been working haven't really been that bad. In fact, the TL, the team leader that's usually there, wasn't there. So I don't know if she's on vacation. I don't know if she got scheduled by her main store manager, her boss, to be off for, the first 2 days of this week. I don't know. But yeah, she wasn't there. But we still had team leaders. We did. And everything still worked out fine. And everything. And the benefit is it wasn't that busy. Yeah, you might say, well, did that make, oh, not say, but you might ask, well, did that make the day go by slow? Kind of, but I think, once I got customers to come over and, check out with me and all that, things turned out all right. I will say this, you are bound to get some customers that are like, I don't think really understand the concept of what's going on and all that. Basically like they don't understand, hey, this is at this price and all that. Because I had one customer yesterday that tried to get Gorilla Super Glue, and it was one of the small ones, like this size, about this size. And he was trying to get the Gorilla Super Glue, and when I rang it up, it was $8.25, and he was like, what? It's like I tried to explain to him it's $8.25, and then you know what he did? He left. He didn't take the glue. He just left. He's like, whatever. I'm like, okay. It's just one of those situations to where it's just, when you work in retail like I do, you just gotta deal with some of the cuckoos out there. I mean, I'll tell you, in fact, I'll probably do a video on this later, but this first year has been one, like I've said before, it's been full of its ups and downs, and there have been moments, there's no doubt. But yeah, work has been all right. I mean, on Sunday when I was off, we went to my older sister's and saw the divisional game between the Niners and the Cowboys. We won't be able to do that this Sunday because the NFC Championship game is early, so we'll end up watching it just from our own individual homes. But overall, like I said, not much going on and everything, and really that's about it. So again, guys, I just wanted to do this little vlog for you on this Wednesday, my day off for this week, after Sunday, that is, give you an idea of what's been going on. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video. Also support me over at my Patreon and Venmo and Cash App. And until next time, guys, I am out.